Well, hello everybody.
Hi.
Mark and Julie off Chance here. Going north, very excited. You know, marginally excited. We could be going faster, so there's not a lot of wind, but we won't talk about the weather forecasters again. No. Anyway, I'll just give you a bit of a look around. We got the kite out, just. There's only just enough wind. Oh, it's getting a little bit better, but anyway. And we're going past Ballina. That's the lovely town of Ballina. You probably guessed we're pretty close to shore. There's a reason for that, and I'll go into that in a second. And we're going north. Got a couple of rods out. Had one lure taken, but no joy. Anyway, we're going from Yamba. We're here now. This is Ballina. Get my finger out of the way. That's Byron Bay. My finger isn't in the way, and then we're going to end up on the Gold Coast. It's about 90 miles, but we're going a bit slow at the moment, as you can see, with 6.3 knots. Just picked up a bit because of the wind, but we are being affected. That's now 5.7, 5.8 by the East Australian current, so we've lost roughly half a knot there. What is the East Australian current, I hear you ask? No, I don't hear you at all. If you remember Nemo, there was a turtle, most of you might have seen it if with your kids. They went down the, what was his name? Cruisy surfer dude, turtle. They used the East Australian current to take those little coloured fish to find Nemo. Well, this is the East Australian current. It's pretty unusual. If you didn't know, most main currents go from the equator to the poles along the edge of a continent, while East Australia's no different. However, what is a bit different at the moment is it's right close to the shore, which really sucks, because that bit in the middle is doing 2.5 knots going south, which is why we're just sneaking up the coastline, because it's only about half a knot to a knot here. Now that grey silvery bit that's doing 2.5 knots, I'll turn around and talk to you, is 15 nautical miles wide. I did a few maths. Its average is 100 metres deep. So if you turn that to kilometres, which is 28 kilometres, it's roughly 2.8 million cubic metres of water moving at 2.5 knots, which is 1.3 metres a second, which works out to about 3.2 million cubic tonnes, or million cubic metres, or 3.2 million tonnes of water per second going south. That's a lot. So if you'd like to think about climates and all that sort of stuff, the Gulf Stream is what keeps England from freezing, like Canada, because they don't have it. And that water, I'll show you. This water, all 3.5 million tonnes of it, is going south to down here, joins up, does a loop, so it gets to the Victoria-New South Wales border. So that is a lot of warm water. Anyway, that's why we're hugging the shore. Good, isn't it? Now that I've bored you to tears over the East Australian current, we are still very excited about going north. Except I've got no sea legs. Bouncing around like a marble on a plate. Walked into 2 doors. Julia's got her wristbands on, courtesy of Mr. Keith Ferdinand, so awesome that. Yeah, we're pretty excited. Sparky's not. He enjoyed land. Anyway, I'm learning to be articulate. I need to be, apparently. You'll have a great day, but I'm excited about going north. Woo! Nothing like Kermit the Frog. Anyway, see ya.
Bye.